Hi everyone, Mysterious JG here, as you probably gathered before clicking on the video based on the uploader. I'm doing an announcement video, and yeah, you can usually tell I do announcement videos. I guess I did like a little 4-minute announcement video once when I was going on vacation and wasn't going to be uploading for a while. But usually, if I do an update video on the channel of any length, it's not to thank Patreon folks or really to announce future projects. If it's an update, it's usually a health update. And let's see, I did an update in 2020 to let the channel know that I had been diagnosed with cancer, and then I did an update later in 2020 to say that I was in remission, and I did an update in 2021 to say that it was back, and I did an update later in 2021 to say that it was in remission. And well, there's a pattern. These odd numbered update videos are kind of the bad ones, I guess. Went through all of 2022 without doing an update, and now it's time for the semi-annual JG has cancer update. So yeah, I got cancer. Um, I do these update videos because it's not because I'm looking to get, you know, a tally of who shows up in the comments section to wish me well. I appreciate people wishing me well. I really do. But I do these update videos because I'm going to, I use Let's Playing as just kind of a hobby and an outlet and a way to relax and unwind. And I'm very mentally unguarded when I Let's Play. I can count on one hand the number of times I've done a video where I realized after the video that I said something, and either go back and edit or just scrap and replace the video. Like, I really upset a longtime subscriber once. I think they misinterpreted what I was saying, but somebody got mad at me for something that I said in a video about political type things. And most of the time when I've not done, I've had to edit a video after the fact over the years, it's because I would accidentally used Bronco the Vulture's real name and went back in because I know that Bobo is pretty sensitive about that kind of thing. But yeah, like when I record videos, I just talk about whatever's on my mind, and it's really not going to be possible for me to Let's Play as a hobby and a just kind of way of chilling out and relaxing and constantly be on guard about talking about this. So let me talk about it here. Uh, I know there's people for whom this is just escapist entertainment. They don't want to dwell on the heavy shit, and you fully have my permission not to listen to this video. You even have my permission to not follow my content if it stresses you out and makes you uncomfortable. Like I'm doing this primarily for my own entertainment. Nobody owes me anything. I'm already talking in circles. So anyway, let me tell you guys what's going on. So I got diagnosed with cancer back in 2020, and it was a colorectal cancer. And we did a surgery, and by we I mean me and the medical team and some very dedicated people. Did a surgery, got it out of there. Did some chemo. That wasn't a lot of fun. Kind of thought it was over with, but maybe about roughly 10 months, I guess, after the initial diagnosis, and a good, whew, I had a surgery and then 6 months of chemo. I probably only had about 2 or 3 months after chemo before it came back. But yeah, I had a cancer that metastasized, which means that showed up in a different part of the body, but, biologically it's the same cancer. These are, as I was explaining to somebody the other day, if you get colorectal cancer and it metastasizes and gets into the lymphic system and suddenly pops up in your lungs, you don't have lung cancer. You have colorectal cancer that's in your lungs. So I had colorectal cancer that popped up kind of in my midsection there, the bottom of the aorta, which is just a big blood vessel that goes up and down the trunk of the body. And with the idea at the time was, well, we're going to do a second chemo, a particularly nasty chemo, and than radiation to treat this thing, and it really did seem to be gone. And I went that was kind of most of my 2021 was round two, fighting this cancer, and it just an unpleasant chemo. Not like the first chemo was fun, but the second chemo was worse. It was a different cocktail that I did not tolerate as well, and radiation. And then it really did seem to be done. Because as ugly as the chemo was, the big traumatic event is the surgery and the recovery from surgery. Second pass, it didn't do that at all. Radiation, it was a cakewalk compared to chemo and surgery, and thought that it was done, and it was not. It has shown up again. Frustrating part of all this is dealing with insurance. I am on this trial for this kind of what would you call it? It's like an experimental sort of diagnostic tool. It looks for specific genetic markers, not just generic genetic markers for cancer, but like actually takes cells from your cancer, and it's like a way to look for whatever. I don't know how the mathematical science works, but they had this blood test thing that wasn't really, the whole point of it was that they were trying to get clinical data on whether this thing could really predict, and it was showing signs that there might have been something wrong, and scans weren't showing anything. And part of the fun that is cancer is that by the time it is large enough for a scan to detect, that means there's millions of cancer cells, because cancer cells, as you probably know, are microscopic. So anyway, fighting the insurance company, they didn't want to pay for PET scans, which are more expensive than just a regular old MRI, and they pushed back, and eventually I got a PET scan done based on this blood work 3 months after we asked for it the first time, and the insurance wouldn't pay for it. And then the PET scan's like, oh, yep, it's back. Not only is it back, but there's another tumor that is kind of not in the exact same place. It's kind of a few inches away. So where I'm at now is I got two tumors, one which is the same one from before, that has apparently the chemo and radiation shrank it to the point where it was no longer detectable by scans, but didn't kill it, and it has grown back and it has spread. So I'm going to be doing a shorter chemo regimen, 2 to 3 months. That, as I record this, that was supposed to have started yesterday. But my insurance company pushed back. And as I have dug into this more, I think what happened is my doctor's office, good-hearted people who didn't do a perfect job of the paperwork. This is the fun that is the medical. And if you're in a country other than America, please don't bother in the comments to talk about how much better healthcare is in your country. Zerfall has already decided at one point that what'll really cheer JG up is if I tell him how much simpler this would have been if he was in Canada. So I don't need you tagging on. I've already got that. But no, this is the claims, the pre-approval paperwork was fucked up. My insurance company, Aetna, by the way, Aetna didn't think it was necessary to explain why the claim was rejected. They just figured they'd send it back rejected and let us figure out what was wrong. So as I look at what's happened, and I'm basing some of this on the fact that I had to go in and personally intervene several times before one cancer institute would send my scan results to another cancer institute, because both sides said the other side wasn't doing what was necessary to transfer the scans. I got the same impression that, oh yeah, I'm sure that whatever that my insurance company needed them to do for this claim to be processed in their, semi-automated systems was probably not done correctly. But they also, made zero effort to actually help figure this shit out. They're just let's just hit the button that says reject. Actually, I even did a little reading up on this. The leading cause of these claims, being kind of dropped is the patient. Well, I might be exaggerating slightly, but a major factor in insurance companies rejecting claims and never having to pay is the patient dying while waiting for the care that was rejected. Anyway, This is a cheerful video, isn't it? No, but so I'm all approved. Like I've lost time with scans. I've lost time with treatment. I've been greatly inconvenienced by planning my work life around one chemo date and now having to scramble to accommodate a different date. But I'm going to be going into chemo, and I'm going to be recording Let's Play videos, and I will not go into any particular video with a plan to talk about this shit. But if it's what pops into my head or something in the game kind of makes my mind head in that direction, I am not going to stop myself from talking about what's going on. And that's why I'm doing this video. So I've been here before. I don't know, maybe maybe this will be the third time now that cancer has popped up. Maybe by the fifth or sixth time my cancer comes back, I'll have learned not to, I'll just be able to take it in stride. Like the sixth time I'm fighting cancer, it might be no big deal, and I won't even bother to do an announcement video. But for now, this kind of thing does still rattle me a bit, and that's kind of the situation that I got going on. So if you are somebody who likes to tune into any of these videos just to chill out and to not worry about bad shit that's going on in your world or the world, and you fully have my permission. If you want to hang out, please go ahead. If you're that guy who's decided, like, I'm going to watch 50 plus videos of a 10-year-old Romance of the Three Kingdoms 10 Let's Play, and every couple of videos I'm just going to continue to comment about the fact that JG didn't read the manual and isn't menuing the way I think he should be menuing, yeah, I mean, keep doing that. I don't give a fuck. I'm dealing with cancer. You're not really affecting my quality of life in any significant way. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I've been in a better mood than I am in most of the time. But Let's Playing actually does help give me something else to think about. Ghost of Tsushima with a lot of talk about mortality has been kind of tough. But the first time I went through this, I was at the section in Red Dead Redemption 2 where, spoilers I guess, it's right around the time that Arthur is diagnosed with a terminal disease and goes into a whole storyline about how his de facto younger brother, who is starting a family, and Arthur doesn't have much time left to try to support it. Yeah, that shit was going on in my Let's Play life as I was getting diagnosed. And my little brother was starting his family, so... Speaking of my little brother, like, I had a chance to record some stuff with him today, which I won't go into in any detail in case we don't get a lot more opportunities and in case it doesn't end up turning into a full-scale project that we get to complete. But, yeah, I got to Let's Play with him today. That's great. Having a ton of fun with... always having fun doing various nonsense with Zerf and doing a thing with Lethal with just voice acting. Atelier Riza has been like my favorite thing. My favorite thing I'm just playing with these last couple of weeks has been the incredibly light, fluffy, and silly world of Atelier Riza, Trade Routes the Cloud Nebula. Just having a lot of fun with Let's Playing in general. So if I seem grumpy, don't worry about me. I'm processing things in the best way that I know how. And like even pondering, like maybe I should start a really fucking long Let's Play, like something that will take forever, just as a confident mission statement that I intend to be around for a while. Because I do intend to be around for a while, although these decisions are not always actual decisions that you get to make. And with that cheerful thought, I guess I'll sign off. I'll probably listen to this to make sure it didn't come out completely wrong before posting, but I didn't come into this with any mission statement other than let you guys know I'm sick again. Let you guys know there's a plan. I guess I should have gone into that. Going to go into chemo, and then we're going to have a surgery. I'm going to have a surgery probably late spring, early summer. That'll take me offline for a little while, and yeah, like at some point I'll just be offline for a while, and I guess because things haven't really settled down as far as dates, I can't tell you right now exactly when that'll be. So I guess I'll have to do a little mini update video, or just have a fuck ton of content recorded in advance. Um, because I really don't like doing a bunch of videos like this. I am somebody who watches other Let's Players. At this point, most of the Let's Players I actually watch are people I've gotten to know. Either people I already knew in real life, or people that I've gotten that weird, I've never met you in person, but I've spent more time talking to you than people I know in real life, internet friends. But I totally get tuning in for entertainment and not wanting to have somebody's personal stuff dumped on you. So I'm not like always on the lookout for reasons to do videos of this nature. So if I don't have a bunch of stuff recorded in the can, and I know that there'll be people out there who are worried about me, I guess I'll let you know when I'm going under the knife. Otherwise, just send me your positive vibes. Drop me a line in the comments to tell me you're rooting for me. If you're so inclined, don't worry about feeling obligated to do that. And I'm going to continue, Let's Playing and doing what I can do and what I need to do. And hopefully this will all come out right in the end. In the meantime, Japan ain't going to take over itself, so I gotta hop on some Nobunaga's ambition. But I'll catch you guys down the road.